Okay, so we kind of get it by now. Upgrading Surrons is nothing new, but amongst all these upgrades that people are doing, there's definitely one upgrade that is completely underrated. Compared to the Surron Light B, the Ultra B comes way better equipped when it comes to suspension, but my biggest complaint about this bike yet definitely is the suspension. But for me to upgrade these forks to anything substantially better would have cost me around £2,000. That was until now. Now these are the newest forks you can get for your Surron Ultra B, made by the company Rfloxa, and coming at a price of only £1,250, these forks are seriously impressive. But before we can get these on the bike, we've got to get these old forks off. Let's do it. Swapping forks on a bike means stripping the entire front end, but because of the way the Ultra B is built, there's not actually too much to remove. First up, we're going to need the brake caliper, rotor sensor and front wheel all removed. Then we have easier access to the mudguard bolts. To make things easier, we can remove each fork leg separately by loosening all the pinch bolts for that leg, then gently slide it out from the clamps. This just removes a lot of that weight for the rest of the strip down process. The handlebars also need to be removed, but we can leave all the buttons, brakes and throttle attached still. We just need to take extra care of the cables to avoid damaging them. This is the point where I unveiled another of this bike's unusual hidden secrets. It looks like somebody didn't want this frame to be blue anymore, so they've tried to respray over it with black spray paint, but then it's been mostly scraped or cleaned off. Now, I'm not too sure I need to know the full reasoning behind this, but at least this is the only paint left on the frame. It's definitely something I'm going to be addressing in the future. Another surprise that I have to take the blame for is the top screw for the triple clamps was literally finger tight, so that was easily removed. I'm finally getting to use a tool that I got specifically for this bike. A hook wrench. This is used to remove the special screw that keeps our entire headset tight. This is a much better and stronger system than the Light B setup. With that unscrewed, our lower clamp was removed and we can see the condition of our bearings. And after a clean, they didn't actually look too bad. The OEM Ultra B forks are completely off the bike, again revealing a few secrets with this Ultra B, and I am going to be quite sad to be saying goodbye to the blue triple clamps that came along on these forks. But we got something way better to replace it. Rfloxa have gone so bougie with this packaging. Straight away we're greeted with an introduction message from Rfloxa stating who they are and what they stand for. Beneath the packaging foam is the user's manual telling us vital information about the functionality of the product. On the back we have all the info and torque specs for the hardware on the forks, and we have a recommendation guide on adjustment settings for different terrains and ride styles. Next is the product inspection report, and this reassures us that all the quality control and testing has been done to this exact fork before it has been shipped out to us. Finally, we have some sort of graph readings. Now I'll be honest, I have no idea what this means, but it's nice to show that there has been some safety testing done from factory. Packaged individually is our upper triple clamp. These are CNC machined and equipped with some decent looking hardware. I also quite like the logo placement on these. It just looked right. Now it's time for the main event. These are the Rfloxa FDC 43 RVPs, but it sounds way cooler to refer to them as the Ultra 43s, so that's what we're going to be calling them from now on. Unlike the newer stock forks and some of the other aftermarket fork brands, Rfloxa has styled these with the classy bright silver look. Matched with the colour of the triple clamps, they go too hard. More importantly than looks, the spec list for these forks is impressive. They come properly equipped with well-known and trusted SKF seals from factory. Again, a nice touch. It also looks like Rfloxa has designed their own fork guards, which look way more aggressive and protective than our previous guards. Behind the guards, the stanchions look mean in the blacked out colour. I'm guessing this is due to the diamond-like carbon coating that's on them. This stuff's meant to be top tier and provides extreme hardness, superior wear resistance while maintaining minimal friction for the moving parts. For tuning adjustments, just like the stock forks, these are symmetric forks, meaning we have the same adjustments on each individual fork leg that needs to be matched up with one another. At the top of each leg, we have separate knobs for spring preload and rebound adjustments, and the very important air bleed screw. At the fork lowers is where we have the compression settings, and these forks have two separate adjustments for each leg. One for high speed compression and the other is for low speed compression. This gives us way more control over how we want these forks to perform. At the price point that Rfloxa is selling these forks for, these look outrageously good. And if they look this good off the bike, let's see how good they look on the bike. Now you might have noticed that there's no bearing installed on our new forks. Hopefully Rfloxa will start pre-installing or including these in the future, because trying to remove and reuse the old bearing from the stock forks is the biggest pain in the ass. So instead of taking the hard route, I prepared for this moment and got a brand new set of bearings ready to be installed. I made sure it came with the additional seals and hardware we need to renew the entire setup. I guess the professional way of doing this is by using some sort of press, but I don't have one of those, so here's my method. Step 1. Apply grease to the steer tube. Step 2. Slot the new lower seal and freshly greased bearing over the steer tube. Helpful tip, make sure it's all facing the correct way. Step 3. Arm yourself with a piece of 38mm PVC pipe and a mallet. Step 4. Tap it home. With the grease applied, this shouldn't take too much effort at all, and it's mega important that it's sat flat and seated properly. I've prepared the top and bottom bearing race with a healthy amount of more red racing grease, so the new clamps can be installed. Starting by sliding the lower clamp through the frame, this can be followed by the top bearing, then the seal, then it can be fixed in place with the lock nut. I am reusing the bar mount that was on the old setup, and that meant swapping over the mount brackets onto the new top clamp. That could then be sat in place, followed by the washer and Allen top block screw. Again, I'm reusing the blue one I had before. Following the reverse process of how we stripped this bike, the bars, headlight and display mount can all be reinstalled as normal. And now everything is lined up for the legs to be added. With all the clamp bolts loose, they should slide into place no problem, and then they can be pinched in place until properly torqued to spec. To be ready for our front wheel to go back on, the brake caliper mount was reinstalled, not forgetting to add our rotor sensor cable. And then the most awkward part of this install was getting the slack for the brake hose and sensor cable to sit perfectly in the mount. But after some adjustment, they were both mounted and zip tied in place. Something else that wasn't included is the front wheel axle, so we're going to have to reuse our old one. But I've gone a step further and bought a brand new one, seeing as we're renewing this entire front end. This meant the front wheel was the final part we need to complete this setup, and with a freshly greased front axle and the wheel in place, all that was left to do was align the floating axle and do one final bolt torque check. So that's the Rfloxa Ultra B43 forks fully installed, and these things look incredible. They have fully transformed the front end of this Ultra B. They look way classier, they look way beefier, they're definitely going to be stronger, but it's not just the looks we're worried about when it comes to suspension. So these forks have way more adjustment over the stock Ultra B forks that we were previously running, and it is important on these forks that we balance each leg out, meaning that we have the same adjustments for each side of the forks. For the adjustments at the top of the forks, we've got spring preload and we've got rebound, and we've got 18 clicks of rebound and we've got 17 clicks of spring preload. This is going to be plenty of adjustment when it comes to fine tuning these forks. Now, suspension is known for trapping air internally, and this can make the suspension feel strange. So on these forks we do have an air bleed screw, and this is going to let us release the air from when it gets trapped inside of this suspension. At the bottom of the forks is where we're going to find the high speed and the low speed compression settings. Now, these are two separate adjustments completely on this bike, and we've got 30 clicks of high speed and 10 clicks of low speed compression settings. Now, I find with all of this tunability and adjustment on suspension like this, it's easiest to start in the middle ground. So on all of the adjustments, we're going to start dead center of all of the clicks. For example, if the high speed compression's got 30 clicks, we're going to start on 15. This way we can then work up or down depending on how the suspension is feeling and reacting to the sort of terrains that we're riding. And now we've got this Ultra B suspension all set up. This thing is looking fire. The only way we can really test suspension is by riding it. Testing time. We got the Ultra B43 set up. These things just look so good. I've just got to keep staring at them while they're still clean, because they are about to get dirty. So I'm sure I heard somewhere to really break in suspension, you've got to do around 100 miles to fully get it working exactly how it should be. So we've got a lot of miles to do on this suspension before we can give it a real test and a real judgment. So today is basically first impressions and just breaking these things in. It's always hard to review a product after using it literally once. I always find you've got to go out on these things a few times to truly understand how they feel. So like mentioned, I've got all of the adjustments set dead in the center on these forks. Everything is on the middle ground, so we can either go up or we can go down on the adjustments. So I guess we just got to break these things in and give them a good few test laps before we can really go giving any sort of judgment on these things. Yes, and we have come to a decent place to test this suspension out. This place has got some hills, tracks and trails, it's got some drops, and it's got a few little jumps hiding about. So we should be able to give this suspension a really good test. Yes, oh, it's so plush at the minute, it's so smooth. Oh, let's hit that. Oh my god, it's clouds. Yes, I feel like I can just attack things with my front wheel now, and this suspension should be able to handle it. The problem with the stock suspension, if I wanted it soft, I had to max it out on the soft side. If I wanted it stiff, I had to max it out on the stiff side. The adjustment just wasn't enough overall to really tune it up how you wanted it to tune. Now this is where the Rfloxas are going to have such an advantage over stock, because these forks, the adjustments have such finer tuning. So for example, if you moved 5 clicks on the stock Ultra B suspension, that would be the equivalent to 1 or 2 clicks on this suspension. It's going to make a massive difference. And if the light B suspension from Rfloxa was anything to go by, then this stuff is going to be impressive. Yes, it's taking everything so nice. So it's only recently that we're starting to actually get some decent options of suspension for the Ultra B. These forks coming in at £1,250, which I've got to say is just impressive when you look at the whole build quality in general. Plus Rfloxa are soon to release their rear shock, so that is also going to give us another budget option when it comes to suspension. Now, even though this suspension is a lot more affordable, I wouldn't even call it budget, I would call it affordable. Yes, it is on the cheaper side, but that doesn't make it budget. To me, this is still really good quality suspension. Right, let's see if we've got this crazy hill in front of us. Oh no. Oh, I hit it far too slow, but we still did it technically. That was sick. Nice. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is where it gets slippy. Still hasn't fully dried out in the woods, although we have finally got some sunny weather. Now, I already know for a fact that there's going to be people in the comment section saying,
oh, you haven't set the sag, you haven't properly set up your suspension.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not racing supercross, I'm not racing motocross, in fact, I'm not racing full stop. I literally come out and do trail and track riding like this, just for a bit of fun. So yes, while having the sag and having everything set up correctly is going to make a huge difference to how your suspension performs. And if it's not set up correctly, then it can make a massive difference and actually underperform hugely. For me, just messing with the high speed and low speed compression and the fine adjustments is going to be enough on this bike. Oh my god, the front wheel just stayed planted that entire time. So with the Rfloxas, we do get 3 levels of spring rating. We get 24, 27 and 30 pounds of spring rating. I did opt to go for the heaviest spring rate. Now this is so the suspension feels as firm as possible, especially doing drops like that. It means we're going to stop bottoming out. It means it's just going to take those heavier hits. Perfect. Now again, somebody who's looking at actually racing these bikes and riding them professionally would probably look at these spring ratings to set the sag and properly set up the suspension. Again, for someone of our riding style and ability, it's not going to be that important. So even though they're not fully worn in yet, we're going to try the suspension out on a few of these different features. So we've got a sort of rockable jump to the left, we've got a set of stairs here, we've got a drop right here, and then we've got this sort of jump, and this is going to be perfect for getting some heavy hits on these forks and seeing how they perform. They feel so good already. So let's hit it a few times, see what we got.
Turning practice to perfection took some trying. Who'd have thought that I'd get my next blessing from some lines? I turned this rap shit into my profession and defied all their projections. No ceiling on what's manifesting in my mind, cause I get stronger when the pressure build. More hunger, what's next to kill. Grind with the time I had and get paid over time. This so refined, just peep the detail. And it's all for retail. I used to get my inspo from the store that was the... Now we don't cross my mind so much cause everything hot. I don't even check the traffic flow cause everything fly. Before I switch, now I got extra keys. Just text my lady, I'm the greatest, she said yes indeed. Can't play it safe, I'm taking risks cause I know what could be. Where that could lead, you best believe I'll be the first to see. I paid the price to know my worth so I can't work for free. And put my soul in every moment, it's all sacrifice just by what you think worth the bleed. What you think worth the scars? Girl, it's way more to the world than fancy cars. We gon' live today, we might not see tomorrow. You gon' miss the galaxy, try and see the stars. Contemplate daily what's gon' get us far. No need to buy the world, cause it's already ours. And I'm no longer searching for another reason. When I'm through with this earth, I might just rise up out the dirt and ball it.
So I'm not even trying to glaze right now. The Ultra B just literally ate all of that with this suspension. These forks feel so good, so good. I'm happy with how the high speed and low speed compression is handling right now. The rebound is perfect for me. Any slower, it would be too slow. Any faster, it would just be throwing me around. And I'm a really light rider, so I really need to get these things like dead right. That is getting sketchier by the day. Oh, made it into the techie forest again. Nice. Nice. Now right now, the only bad thing I can honestly say about this suspension is that it makes the rear shock feel ass. Now even though the stock rear shock is actually pretty good when it comes to stock suspension, and again I'm a light rider, so it is sort of sprung for the right weight, there is plenty of adjustment. And it's not even that the rear shock can't necessarily handle what we're riding, it's the fact that the front feels so plush and so premium right now that it is just outweighing the rear completely. Yes. Yes, that felt insanely good. That was no way near bottoming out, and this is exactly why I went for that higher spring rate. It's going to handle the heavy blows like that just insanely well. Nice. Oh, I've got to hit that again. That was too good. Yes.
The rear suspension throwing me off there, and the front was handling it nice. Yes, now I think we've just about hit everything on this side of the trails that is going to be worth testing this suspension out on. Everything that's going to give us an idea of how this is feeling. So let's go find the other side where there's more hills, more jumps, but on the way we've got another test, the stair test. This is going to be one of the biggest tests for this suspension today. How planted are we going to stay? Now normally on the Ultra B I make it all the way, so the Rfloxa has got a lot to live up for. Let's see if we can do it. A little bit of a run up, go. Oh, no problem. That front is just stuck to the ground. Okay, I'm actually really impressed. That went a lot better than I thought it was going to go. I know it sounds like I'm absolutely just glazing Rfloxa right now, but when you've been on the stock OEM forks and then you've upgraded to something like this, the difference really is that big. Now let's try it down. I find the faster they go, the better it is. Yes, perfect. So your opinion always matters on these things. What do you think of these forks? Go and let me know in the comments what you think of this suspension, as well as my review on this suspension. Hopefully I'm doing better than just the wheelie kids who stick on suspension and go, yo, it's sick. This is our next little spot. Got a few cool bits to test out these new forks on. Again, should be feeling mega when it comes to doing these little trails, little jumps and bumps. Perfect. Nice. Yes. Feeling good at high speed too. Let's get the hill climbs. Nice. Bit of ridge riding, or as close to as you can get in the UK. Oh. Yes. Oh, nearly lost it. Nice. It's just eating everything so well. Oh my God, we're just sending it. This is incredible. Straight into the rough, no problem. Bit of enduro. Let's try the techie hill climb. It's loose up here too. Whoa! I about knocked myself out. Oh, this bike is an animal in sport mode now. Basically 20 kilowatts, running at about 650 phase amps. Loads more room for improvement with power. And with this much power, the upgraded suspension is definitely needed. Oh my God, this thing. Oh no! Literally just about to say it's an animal, and I go and stack it. No! Emotional damage! It's mainly the plastics. It was scratch on the uppers. Well, you gotta christen them on the first ride. They've been eating it so far.
In this video, I installed and gave my first impressions on the all-new Rfloxa Ultra 43 forks. There is so much more trials and testing to be done on this fork, so if you have enjoyed this video, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button to see more like this in the future. Hit that like button and drop a comment on what you think of the forks down below. Don't forget to check out the product link and use the discounts provided. With all that being said and done, I'm Matt Francis signing out. Peace.